Hello there, I'm Timothy Swift. I'm a realtor with LePage Signature Realty in Toronto. I've been buying and selling real estate since the 1980s, both for professional and personal uses. I've lived both in Canada and the US, and I'm currently a resident and a permanent resident and a Canadian citizen. So I love Toronto. I've been here since 2006, and I've been working full-time for LePage for the last 10 years, going on 11. I've had a lot of people say, well, I want to be a real estate agent. It looks like it's so easy. It's a very interesting comment. Real estate is a full-time, 7-day-a-week, 24-hour-a-day job. Some nights you work till 2 and 3 in the morning and have to get up at 9 and see a client or visit with a client. The other thing that a lot of people coming into real estate don't understand is that, and I tell this to a lot of new agents, it's like you need a line of credit. Your line of credit should be between $25,000 and $50,000 because for the first 6 months, you're really beating the bushes and you want to have some money to make sure you pay the bills. And sometimes during the year, it's busy and you're making lots of money. And sometimes during the year, it's quiet and you're making no money. So having a line of credit is a very important first step in becoming a realtor. And realizing that your phone and your database are your best friends. Talk to friends, talk to neighbors. There was a point where I started, they said, give out 10 cards a day. Well, now we have electronic cards. We do a lot of things on Facebook and social media, Instagram. Some people are TikTokers, which may or may not still be continuing. So look at those pieces where you can actually see people, meet people. Meeting people in person is the best way. Belly to belly, as they used to say. They probably still say. So think about all of those pieces before you step into, I'm going to be a realtor. Because there's a lot of other pieces that you really have to consider. Because being a realtor full-time really is a profession. And you've got lots of study, you're always learning, you're always educating not only yourself, but potential clients, friends, engaging in conversation. All of these things are important for kind of building who you are and what you want to be when you grow up. I've enjoyed this career. It's not my first. Will it be my last? I don't know. I'm curious. I'm always trying something new. But if you're sort of interested or you want to have a chat with a realtor, feel free to call me or text me. I know lots of people are texting versus calling at first. I'd gladly sit down with you. We've got lots of room in my office here at Don Mills and downtown. And I also have some team members in Mississauga and a Mississauga office of LePage Signature. So I'd love to meet you, have a conversation, find out what you're thinking, what you're doing, what your belief system is. You don't have to be an out there extreme extrovert to be a realtor. Introverts, quiet folks do very well as well. So it's about finding out what your style is, and rather than having someone impose their style on you, which I've had happen. Because as a professional who's owned companies in the past before I became a realtor, I have a sense of what my style is and how I like to do things versus fitting into a box that someone says you have to fit into, because realtors do not fit into a box. We come in all shapes and sizes, all ethnicities, all ages, and it's an exciting career for those really seeing that as a career option rather than, oh, I'm just going to do this and I'm going to make a lot of money. Well, you're going to work really hard to make a lot of money, and some years you will and some years you won't. So it's all about planning, because when we look at the number of realtors in Ontario, there's over 100,000 realtors. 85% of those realtors, so 85,000 of 100 agents, sell less than 3 properties a year. And then the remaining 15% of those, 5% will make a living. So I have, from almost the beginning, have been in the top 5%. Been an award winner with LePage since my first year, and continue, even in tough years like 2024. But we see lots of things on the horizon, lots of information coming forward, condos, homes. People say, where do you specialize? That's like, in Ontario. I have clients from Hamilton to Kingston and north to the Muskokas, houses, condos. My family, we're a family of builders and houses, and construction. And I've also lived in condos, been on condo boards, understand how those work, the ins and outs of, status certificates. The things that I know that I'm not good at, I work for professionals who are. These are people I have worked with that I refer my clients to, because there's always something someone needs: a plumber, a painter, a lawyer, a stager, you name it. I've got lots of those contacts for folks. So reach out. I'm glad to chat. Timothy Swift, Timothy Swift at swiftsells.ca or 647-898-7490. Text me, say, hey, I've seen your video. I'd love to chat with you about getting into real estate. Something I'm always open to doing, because someone once told me, you will always be a teacher. And I was fighting that. I was like, I don't want to be a teacher, but what I am is an educator. And I think the more education you have, the better off you are in real estate as a buyer, a seller, a renter, an investor. Always learning, will always continue to learn. So reach out, Timothy Swift, Swift Sells Toronto. We sell in your neighborhood, and we live up to our motto: everything you didn't expect from a real estate agent. Thanks for listening. We'll talk with you soon.